If you're looking for an individual card order service that stocks Adrenalyn XL cards as well as match attacks, then make sure to check out footycards.com in the link down below. Use the discount code WBTC at checkout and you will get 10% off your total order. Hey guys, WB Trading Cards here today, and today we do have the complete collection showcase, excluding limited editions, for the Adrenalyn XL 2014-2015 Champions League collection. So, as you can see on the front cover, we have 8 different players, also the official licensed product and the Adrenalyn XL logo, as well as the official trading card game. And then we've got the trophy up here, and another one of the logos, and 2014-15. Then, as we get into the first page, as you can see, we've got a checklist with just 25 badges and only 25 teams in total in the collection, out of the 32 teams in the competition, meaning that they did miss out 7 teams, including FC Porto, which is just a bit controversial. But we kick it off with the trophy and the ball, the same card design as the rest of the badges, in alphabetical order. So as you can see, all complete. Then we move on to the first team, which is Ajax, and we use them to go through the card design of the base. So as you can see, when you line up all the backgrounds of the base cards, it does create this Champions League stadium section kind of thing in the background with them all together. And then on the card itself, we do have your defense, control, attack, overall all your ratings are added together, and also your position, then the player's country, as well as their name, their team's country, and the team name. Then up here we've got the card type, as well as the card number, then the club badge, and also the Champions League logo. So we've got the second team of the collection here in RSC Anderlecht. Of course, at the bottom here you've got the one to watch cards, and then your Rising Stars and your Master. One of each of those cards for every team in the collection. And we then have Arsenal from the Premier League and Atletico Madrid from La Liga, as well as FC Barcelona, and then Basel. And we'll use Basel to explain the background design of the one to watch Rising Stars and Masters. Basically, it's just a close-up shot of the kit put together. So as you can see on the kit, you've got half red, half blue, and as you can see here, we've got half red and then half blue over here. And on the one-to-watch cards, you've got pretty much the same design as the teammates, except you've got an extra player photo here, just their headshot. Then on the Rising Stars, we do have their date of birth, and on the Masters, we have their Champions League debut and the debut for the club they're playing in at the moment. We then move on to our next 2 teams, which are Bayer Leverkusen and Bayern Munich. And we then have Benfica and Borussia Dortmund. As you see, a very good example of the background. You've got the yellow stripes here, and then the full yellow, which is exactly the same as a close-up of the kit. We then have Chelsea, as well as Moscow, Galatasaray, Juventus, Liverpool and Malmo, of course, all complete. We've then got Man City and Monaco, Olympiacos and Paris Saint-Germain from the French League. We then have last year's champions, Real Madrid and Roma, as well as Schalke from the Bundesliga and Shakhtar Donetsk. And then finally, concluding the basic collection, we do have Sporting Lisbon from the Portuguese League. As we then move on to the special cards, we first have fans' favourites, and the design of these is just a picture of the player, and then we have a QR code here, and also the Panini points that it gives you, with a gold finish on the top, and also a shiny silver finish for the name. So we've got all the fans' favourites on this page, including Godin, Piqué and Manuel Neuer. We then have John Terry, as well as Steven Gerrard and Joe Hart on that page, and then Sergio Ramos and Iker Casillas, as well as Thiago Silva. And then we move on to our second type of insert special card, this time with defensive rocks. And the design of these is quite different from any other card. We've got this blue and black background, and then we've got their ratings with little triangles on the outside. Then we have their height, weight and body mass index ratings. So on these first 2 pages we've got players such as Mascherano, Boateng, Hummels, Cahill and company. And then we've got Luiz, Pepe and Zabaleta on that page. As we then move on to the key player cards, all with the same background, which is a section of a Champions League stadium. We then again have these triangles on the edge of the ratings, and this time a red finish along the top and a white finish for the name. So on this first page we've got Iniesta and Lan, and then on the second page of the 18 player subset we do have Fabregas, Pogba and Luka Modric. We then move on to, in my opinion, the nicest looking cards in the collection, and these are the game changers. So as you can see, we've got this circular design which covers their bottom half but not their head, which kind of sticks out, which looks really nice. We've then got their stats from the 13-14 Champions League competition. Diego Costa here with 8 goals and 1 assist, and also which foot they use. And across the top here we just have a matte white finish, as well as the same for the name, and the inner circle follows the team's colours. So this subset only features big names with Leo Messi, Lewandowski, Costa, Vidal, Aguero, Ibrahimovic, and there's 3 from Real Madrid, Bale, Ronaldo and Karim Benzema. We then move on to, in my opinion, the worst looking cards in the collection. As you can see, we've just got a blurred background which kind of corresponds to the team's colours, and then we've got arrows rather than triangles pointing out the ratings. And this subset with the silver finish at the top features all of the veterans of the game, again on the right of the card showing their Champions League debut and their date of birth. And then on the left as well we do have how many Champions Leagues they've won. There's no one in this set that hasn't won a Champions League. Then as we move into the international stars, and on the right hand side of the card here, between the control and attack ratings, we do have all the different countries they've played in. So for example, Didier Drogba played first in France, then England, then China, then Turkey, and then moved back to England, but they do not show that. And with the orange finish at the top, when all lined up together, the backgrounds of these cards do form a map of Europe. As you can see, Britain over here, Scandinavia up here, and Spain down here. We then move on to our third to last subset of the collection, and the third most rare as well. This time it is the inventiveness cards. And I think these are decided on how well they played in the World Cup. I'm not too sure on that one. But we do have Neymar, Robin and James Rodriguez. The background of these cards is quite simple. It's just their name and there's some pictures of them. Then we moved on to our horizontal design cards. First with all the La Decima cards, which are to commemorate Real Madrid's 10th win of the Champions League. We've got the Lisbon final down here and then the Champions League 10 logo. And then over here we do have all of the double trouble cards in the collection. We've got Liverpool, Barcelona, Man City, Bayern Munich, Real Madrid and Chelsea. And for these we've got a card design of the club logo, the Champions League logo, the overall rating, and then in the background we've got this diagonal lines as well as a section of a Champions League stadium. And then here we do have a green and silver finish. And then finally we move on to the rarest cards of the collection. These are the legend cards, found in one in every 67 packets. We do have Fernando Hierro, Ian Rush and Eusebio, all with incredible stats and a silver design. So I hope you guys have enjoyed today's complete collection UK checklist review for the Champions League 14-15 trading card official collection. If you did, make sure to smash that thumbs up button. Also check out my best squad builder for this collection, which is statistically the best team you can make without limited editions. And thanks for watching and goodbye.